Well, I think I'm live. Looks like it. I'm the only one in here, so we'll see later, I guess, eventually. Well, while I'm here, figured I would go ahead and live stream a little bit. Looks like my audio is working. I hope it's working. If it's not, I'm sorry that you're watching me do this. But anyway, so I'm going to wire up some cabling for my extra solar panels I'll be putting out in the next couple of weeks. Basically, I am doing the wiring for the batteries right now. So I need, alright, so I've got 16 batteries in parallel. That's 8 pairs. Yeah, so I need 8 of these. One. Still the only one in here. Feeling kind of lonely. Maybe I should, like, announce something next time. I don't know. I hope I did this right. It's the first time I've used OBS to live stream to YouTube. It says my audio is going through. Nobody's here to tell me. It's cool. You guys are missing out anyway. Only the cool kids are in here. The only other time I live streamed from my phone. So that's 4. A little bit of lunch break lead therapy. It's 5. The first time I did it, everything was fine. Did a live stream and threw some freedom seeds downrange. Went about my day. Tried to do it again a couple days later, and YouTube cut me off right away. And I got a strike or something that said, you can't do that when you're going live. So I guess I can't do that when I'm going live. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I had it on top chat. I got to move it down to live chat. Gotcha. Hey, two bros, Slick Nick. Can you guys hear me? 2, 4, 6, 7. Is the audio coming through? Nice. Thank you, sir. Figured why not. I'm out here in the shop. In the shop. So might as well get some views on views on views. And hopefully not blow a circuit again, because I'm using a heat gun in the same circuit that I've got all my mining stuff on. I turned off an ASIC though this time. I learned my lesson. Nope. Cool. So what's going on tonight? How does this setup look? I've got this main camera here that's catching my horribly dirty shed behind me. And then this camera here that's like, I don't know, it's like a $20 Walmart camera. But it's got a little ring light on it. And it helps light up my beautiful face on the main camera. I mean, hey, $20 is $20, right? Cool. Getting the mini-me's ready for bed. Just working the overnight shift. Ah, man, I do not miss that life. I did that when I was like, I don't know, 19 or 20. I worked overnight at a gas station. And then in the morning I had to make the donuts before the next shift came in. And I ate a butt ton of donuts. A butt ton. And my butt showed it. Man, nowadays working from home is freaking awesome. Get up and get my kids ready and go to school. Take them to the bus stop. Then I come home and tend to the 3D printer farm. And then get started with my day. So what I'm doing here is these cables are going to be connecting some 12 volt 100 amp SLA batteries, which are sealed lead acid, and oh, the TechMac, that's a blown up AR-15 background or whatever. I saw one that was an MP5, and I thought if I got the MP5, it would just make me want one more, and I would spend more money, so I just got the AR, you know. Actually, I think this one came in a tack pack. So if you've seen my channel, which I hope you have, I get, well, I used to get them all the time. Now I actually start buying them. But I get like monthly subscription boxes, and I do the whole open it up and see what's inside video thing. Which is great. I mean, somebody's got to do it, right? And I think this was one of the cool things that came in one of those boxes. Switch. No. We're not talking about fun switches and third pinholes on this channel. Take that over to Rumble. It's funny. I've actually got a Rudy Tooty point and shooty over here that I was gonna build out. It's not one of these. It's actually just a 1022. But I've got a custom bullpup stock for it. So I was like, man, takes that thing down from like this long, like this long, down to like this. I mean, all right, super quick. Don't ban me. Super, super tiny. But, you know, YouTube overlords hate me when I do that. That's not a firearm, by the way. That's just the chassis, so to speak. Anyway, back to cables. So these are going to wire up some 12-volt SLA batteries, sealed lead acid, to a 24-volt configuration. I've got 16 of them that I'm going to add to the battery bank. And with SLAs, you can't really expect to get the full amperage, you know, draw that it's rated at, you know, 50-60%. So I'm saying each of those bundles at 24 volts is like 50 amp hour. Yeah, man, I'm on Discord. Hit me up. I love talking shop. I'd be happy to help anybody get set up like this. So, the way I look at solar is like long-term play, right? I mean, you're not immediately going to have, well, you will immediately have free power, but, so I've got, what do I got? I've got 10, 30 volt, 240 watt, 250 watt panels on multiple charge controllers. So I'm drawing about 25 amps on a super sunny day. I'm pulling about 25 amps on one. Jeff, what's up, man? Dude, long time no see. You got to come down here to Georgia. This place is crazy. So I've got 25 amps on one controller on a perfect day. Another controller is up to 40 amps, but I'm only getting about 15 right now with the amount of panels that I have. Running 10 100 amp hour 12 volt batteries arranged the same way, so I'm getting about 600 amp hours there. TLDR is I've got, I hope you can hear it, an L3 plus ASIC that's dedicated to the solar. So I get about 6 hours of free energy per day with my current setup. I've got another 10 panels that I will be mounting on the house. I've got to get a conduit buried to go from the house to the shed, so I can, you know, run more cables and more cables and more cables, because I'm going to get more panels and more batteries. So I'm essentially like 1.5 timesing my existing setup. So I'm hoping I'll get 10 to 12 hours of free energy per day on one ASIC. Kind of sounds like a waste of money, but in my neighborhood, if you fart wrong, power goes out. So the last bit of my plan, after I set up more panels on my big house, is to set up essentially a secondary dedicated panel, what's it called, a load center, right, with an auto transfer switch, which I've got auto transfer switches on here now, but so that power goes out, all these batteries stop powering miners, and they start powering the house. You know, keeps the internet up, keeps the Netflix up, keeps my sanity up, so to speak. So that's my phase 3 long-term plans. And honestly, solar's not for everyone. Get some land and move before I can get into solar. HOE. Yes. Yeah, HOAs suck. Or so I hear. I'm out here in Georgia. Got about an acre in the woods. End of a dead-end road. One neighbor is an older gentleman. Super nice guy. Actually a vet, thank you. The other neighbor was a couple of college girls. Super nice. They graduated, moved out, still own the house, and haven't like rented it or anything. They just like store their stuff there, so there's nobody over there. And then my neighbor across the street has like any tool you could ever want. He's a super nice guy too. So, you know, if I need to borrow a tool to like fix my car, I'm sure he's got it. He's probably got like 4 of them. All right. Bear with me. I just got this thing like not long ago, and I'm sure I'm going to screw up the first couple that I put in. But this is a lot easier. Let me see if I can get this on camera a little better. This is a lot easier than using some like standard crimpers and breaking your hand in the process. That did not work very well. Let's try that again. So I should be able to move these. Oh yeah, there we go. Make it smaller. Maybe? Oh, come on, did I break it already? How did I break it already? I didn't even... There it goes. Haha! I have defeated you! So, get out of there. So when I did these before with like just a set of crimpers, like, oh crap, like these, I just throw them in here and like, and really torque down on them and hope I didn't, you know, destroy my hand in the process. I actually took a soldering gun, put a little layer of solder on there, you know, heated it up and got it on there. Hey, two bros. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by. So many wires in your life. How is this an issue? Jeff, you know me too well. I haven't crimped wires in forever, dude. Like, life at the hot rod shop, so different than life at an IT company. The clientele is definitely very different. It works. Not too bad. Put it over here. We'll keep going. Keep going! Jeff, what have you been up to, man? I haven't seen any of your awesome space photos recently. Where does it tell me how long I've been? Oh, there it is. So I've been streaming for 20 minutes already. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? Or you're trying to figure out if you're live or not. Works. Why not? That works. Going out tonight? No! No, I worked in a hot rod shop back home. Well, I guess it was kind of a hot rod shop. They like to pretend they were a hot rod shop. It was... Alright, it was a stereo shop. For the most part. No, nowadays I'm in the IT industry. So I get to help customers with all kinds of technology issues, but more business related, less pleasure related. That came out weird. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's like a hydraulic press or something I could do this with. Where I could just be like, put it in there, put it down, and push a button. It's like, crimps it. I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. Oh, long day. Oh man, how did that happen? You know what? Just hit me up on Facebook. You don't need to tell me on here. Ugh. Man, I'm sorry. That sucks, dude. You should look into mining crypto. You know, financial freedom and all that fun stuff. I don't know. It's not enough to live on. Not in the quantity I'm doing it in, but it's nice to know that, I don't know. It's like you're part of something bigger when you're involved with something like that. That's how I feel, at least. It's like, oh man. Using like the dollar and getting paid a paycheck. It's like they're letting you, somebody's letting you live your life, kind of thing. It's not like you're living your life on your terms. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off there, but the whole decentralized nature and creating your own wealth kind of thing is real appealing. Real appealing to me. Yes, a nest egg, exactly. A little something. I mean, you know, I'm blessed and fortunate enough that, you know, my day job, I can pay for the extra power that it takes to run all those fun things. That's where all this really started from. Your money's womp womp. I mean, maybe one day, you know, all this this sweet gwei that I've mined will be worth, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and Kids can go to college without having to worry to pay for it. That's a different topic. But I don't know. I started mining crypto like this time last year. Maybe a little sooner, like February-ish. February, March last year. So I'm taking a picture. Yes. There's... I could see 401ks having Bitcoin or different cryptos on their books to be able to provide, liquidity for their providers, their investors, their people they're scamming. So I started doing this like a year ago, and what got me into it was, Bitcoin started to skyrocket, and of course you see a million videos and news articles and whatnot online. But so we moved down here to Georgia in 2010. Yeah, 2010. And around that time, Bitcoin was $1. So if I had to put $500 in that, at the peak of last year, April, May, that would have been worth $25 million. I don't feel like Bitcoin's going to have that kind of explosion again. That window is gone. But what's 10 grand in Bitcoin today could be $1 million in 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I mean, shit, I'm almost 40, dude. Gotta think about the future. Jeff, you are 40 now, aren't you? You freaking antique. Or is that this year? March 1st was your first year. What all do you mine? Is it just Ethereum and stuff? I got into Chia mining storage, hard drives, because I had a whole bunch of them laying around at work and around the house, really. So I'd throw them on D-band, zero them out, and I built a big Chia rig. 41, Nick. Doesn't get any easier, huh? In November. Oh, man. Over the hill. Or approaching the hill, maybe? So, like, with Chia, you provide storage space, and it's supposed to be, I'm really not that versed on it. All I know is I added storage space to it, plotted out specific plots, and got paid like $1 a day. But before that, I was mining it solo before they had the whole pool protocol thing figured out. And I actually hit a solo block on Mother's Day. We went to the Renaissance Festival for Mother's Day, because that's what we do like every year. Had a grand old time. Really enjoyed it. Came home, getting ready, getting wound down and whatnot. Went and checked it. Boom! I hit a solo block, and I got 2 Chia. And at the time, Chia was like $1,000 or $1,100 each. So yeah, it was profitable for me. All right. But I could cut that in half and use it twice. I can. Yeah, that works. All right. So I'm going to turn on my my heat gun. Let me know if it's too loud, and if so, I'll mute the mic when I turn it on after this. No circuits blown. Some hens. Hey, man. Welcome. I did. About that time, I created I think one of the only real exchanges that dealt with Chia was Gate.io. And there was another one or two, but that one looked fairly reputable. It is definitely out of China, or that part of the world, which is fine, I guess. Just kind of iffy. But yeah, I sold them not right away. I mean, it took a while to KYC with Gate.io, a couple of days. But I was anxious to get rid of it because at the time, Bitcoin was going up. Some of the ASICs were going up. ASICs. Altcoins. Some of the altcoins were also going up. Chia was kind of staying the same. I wanted to cash out while the cash was good. Pay for everything I had invested in already. See you, Jeff. Hit me up on Facebook, man. Slick Nick. Wasn't loud at all. Good. Awesome. Great. But yeah, I pretty much sold it like as soon as I got it and realized that it paid for everything that I had invested in the Chia machine at the time, which was like maybe 30 terabytes, a couple $100, and that was pretty much the case and a motherboard with multiple SATA outputs and a power supply that I knew I could expand upon. And the case I got was kind of cool. It can hold 12 3.5 inch or 2.5 inch with an adapter drives. It's got like 3, 6, 9 on the bottom, very bottom of it where the power supply goes, and then another 6. So I guess it was 15 it holds. But a couple of those like pieces I didn't have, so I 3D printed it and just started loading it up. I've got 72 terabytes now, but I don't know, the Chia network was finicky and it wasn't catching up, and I just turned it off. I'm not messing with it. I've got other things to do. Can you guys see the lights dim and then come back up when I turn the heat gun on and off? That's funny. So are you guys still looking for video cards, or are you kind of sticking with what you got now and gonna, ride it out until you see what ETH is gonna do with 2.0, or where the market's going with all this Russia stuff? I've noticed that GPU prices are starting to come down a little bit, but not really. I mean, like, yeah, sure, they're coming down compared to what they were a couple of months ago, but a couple of months ago they were still freaking retarded expensive. Insane expensive. I mean, if you look in an RTX 3060 Ti Founders Edition, MSRP when it came out was like $499 for the Founders Edition, the Mac Daddy, the creme de la creme. But now they're like, even with the prices coming down, I was actually looking at them today. Founders Editions are like $900 to $1,100 for a Founders Edition. For just a plain old 3060 Ti non-LHR, you're still looking at $600-700. I mean, it's really hard to justify spending that kind of money now. I don't know. I think I might list and sell off some of my less efficient cards while there's still some money to make. Like, I don't know, I don't want to scalp and like sell an RX 580 for $400. I mean, unless you want to buy an RX 580 for $400. I've got a whole bunch of them. But I'm trying to get rid of some older 10 series cards. Get only effective cards cheap, but not much out there. Yeah, exactly. Sell off the old stuff that's not as efficient, but still useful to somebody that's gaming on a budget or just getting into, crypto or whatever. Maybe they'll buy it cheap and they'll turn around and flip it for a little bit of a profit. Good for them. I never had any 10 series cards. The oldest ones I have are AMDs. So, same generation, the RX 470, 480, 570, 580-ish. That's the oldest. I was pleasantly surprised at how efficient a 1660 Super is. I mean, those are a pretty good deal at $300. I actually had an order in for 6 RTX A2000s back in January, because the lead time when I placed the order was March, so I'd have them by now, around this time. But about 2 weeks later, I checked on them again, and the lead time jumped to July. July. So I canceled the order, of course. Actually got What did I got? I went out and got a couple of RX 6600 XTs. That was after I got my NVIDIA 2060 12 gig that I made a video on. Go check it out. Like and subscribe. So I got a pair of 6600 XTs, which are pretty darn efficient as well. A little overpriced, but for what they are. But everything's overpriced now, so that doesn't matter. And I also got a... What did I get? Oh, what is it? A BTC T37 or something like that. It's a full-size ATX motherboard with the 12 USB ports. So there's not a, you don't have to use the PCIe to USB adapters. You just go straight from the riser into the board. And I threw a bunch of AMD cards on it. 12 AMD cards to be exact. And I'm going to probably buy like 3 more of those once I get cards to fill them, that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make them all black. There's 10 series, 480s, 580s, 1660, 2070 Super, and a 3080 V1. Nice. I picked up a 2070 Super a couple months back. No, it's been a while. I've had that thing for a while, actually. And I really like it. I mean, it's, 40-something megahash at 120-ish watts. ADC 250C. Have one. I got 10 cards on it. Nice. Wait until prices drop more. Got a 6600 for 450. That's not bad. And my old $40 480s. Wow, $40 480s. That's fantastic. Think about that. I mean, those are going for like $300 on eBay right now for an RX 480. And selling. I may not mine forever. I might. Who knows? It's a fun, like, passive income kind of thing. Because really, after you get it plugged in and set up and tuned and all that, you just, like, let it do its thing. There's not really much else to do with it. Check it once a day. And it's just back there, being loud and hot, making money. But I was thinking when the housing market inevitably crashes, we look at, buying a new place. We'll keep this place because it's paid off and Airbnb it out. Keep the solar panels up there. Keep the mining rigs. In fact, this whole shed will be cleared out. Hopefully I'll have more circuits run out here. More mining rigs, yada yada. But Airbnb out the house, make money from it passively. Make money from mining passively. If I can get the solar to grid tie, It won't necessarily make money, but it'll offset the cost of power, and so it's still kind of making money. It's helping to make money. I don't know, why not? If the opportunity's there, take that shit. Almost done. Almost done. So these cables are just going to wire two 12-volt batteries together to make a 24-volt pack, so to speak, battery pack. Then, haven't measured it yet, but I will. I need to wire them together in series so that it's a bunch of 24-volt batteries that increases the amperage the more that are packed on it. So what that's going to do, think of it like a water hose, right? The water is the flow of electricity. The amperage is the pressure behind the water pushing it out of the hose. So the higher amperage you have, the faster the flow of electricity to your source. Kinda. But unlike a garden hose, the higher the amperage you have, or the more pressure behind the water, the larger hose or pipe or cable you need to have to handle that additional amperage or pressure of the flow of electricity, right? So 4-gauge wire for higher amperage circuits. Oh, that was it. That was good. Man. Time sure flew by on that. We've been going for 48 minutes. Holy cow. Well, I was just going to do this for like 20 or 30 minutes while my water cooled down. I'm going to do some hydro dipping tonight. It's just about perfect. It's at 80 degrees. No, not Celsius. Power off. Really? Okay. But I guess I will do that on a different live stream. Because this one was about solar and talking about mining and Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that fun stuff. So I guess that's it for tonight. It's been about an hour. I'm going to go. So thanks for coming and joining me live while I wired up such fun things. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thanks for watching.